Exercises to improve your turnout and warm up before class. You can increase or decrease the amount of repetitions depending on the level of your preparation. External and internal rotation laying on the back, 2 to 3 sets of 3 to 8 repetitions on one leg. In this exercise, we are slowly starting to warm up our hip joints. So move your working leg as freely as possible, slowly increasing the range of motion. Leg circles outwards and inwards on 90 degrees. 2 to 3 sets of 3 to 8 repetitions on one leg. Try to start doing this exercise only when you feel warm in your hip joints. Also, keep in mind all the ballet rules that apply to you when you do exercises at the bar, which are to keep your shoulders and hips completely square, pointing your toes, and keeping the maximum turnout that you can. Also, try to keep the opposite hip of your working leg as still as possible. Passe, Develope, laying on the back, 2 to 3 sets of 3 to 8 repetitions on one leg. In this exercise, try to lead with your toes and heel when you are extending, and try to lead with your knee when you return your leg back to Passe position. Laying on the back, legs stretched to the side using TheraBand. Stay in this position for 10 seconds on one side. Repeat it at least twice. Again, in this exercise, try to push the opposite hip down as much as you can, so your working hip will start to open to its maximum. Stretch, laying on the back with the knee over. Stay in this position for about 15 to 30 seconds on one side. After working on your turnout, it is very important to stretch your glutes. This exercise is one of my favorites that I like doing in my warm-up and after a class. It always helps me to relax my glutes. Standing on one leg, free movements inwards and outwards. Do it for 15 to 30 seconds on one side. Repeat it at least twice. Move your working leg as freely as possible, increasing the range of motion. External and internal rotation standing on one leg, 2 to 3 sets of 3 to 8 repetitions on one side. This is a similar exercise to what we did on the ground, so try to move your working leg as freely as possible, slowly increasing the range of motion. The supporting leg doesn't have to be turned out. Sitting with the legs crossed. Stay in this position for 20 to 30 seconds, then change the legs. This exercise will suit for both your warm-up and your cool-down routines. Sitting with one leg crossed over the other. Stay in this position for 20 to 30 seconds, then change the leg. You can do this exercise both by sitting on the ground or laying on the back. It is important to keep your back as straight as possible and your shoulders down. You can also regulate the strength of the stretch by bringing your bottom leg closer or further. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to click the like button if you enjoyed this video.